For 36 years, a single voice decided the fate of millions. Ali Khamenei was not merely a leader, he was the system itself. But over a single weekend in August 2026, silence fell over Tehran. What the world is witnessing now is not just a military operation. It is the sound of a 4-decade-old regime collapsing in real time. While radar screens tracked the course of Operation Epic Fury, the real panic was not coming from the skies, but from the empty corridors of power. The giant with feet of clay had finally begun to crack. Operation Epic Fury was not an ordinary bombing campaign. It was a surgical decapitation of critical infrastructure. For 13 consecutive nights, U.S. forces carried out strikes with unprecedented precision. The primary targets? The Supreme Leader's administrative compound and the command centers of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. There was no widespread collateral damage in civilian areas, and that was precisely what terrified the regime the most. The message was unmistakable. We know exactly where you are. The regime's initial response was complete silence, followed by a desperate attempt to conceal the fact that its central command had been neutralized. But the flames on Tehran's horizon told a story that censorship could not erase. But here is what the mainstream media is not telling you. The military panic is only the surface. The real destruction is unfolding in the economy. As the missiles fell, the Iranian rial collapsed. Today, $1 is worth 1.4 million rials. Inflation has surpassed 48%, turning basic food staples into a luxury. The regime, which had already killed thousands earlier this year in an effort to suppress protests, has now launched an even more brutal crackdown. They are not only hunting for spies, they are trying to prevent hunger from becoming a revolution. The panic in Tehran is the panic of leaders who know the money is gone, Russia's protection is tied up elsewhere, and the people have nothing left to lose. The final revelation is a bitter one for the Ayatollahs. The US military is an external challenge, but the Iranian people are the regime's internal death sentence. With reports confirming Khamenei's death and a growing power vacuum, the ruling elite is deeply divided. Some are fleeing abroad with gold bars, while others are doubling down on violence. The regime does not fear the aircraft carriers in the Persian Gulf. It fears the moment when ordinary Iranians realize that the Great Satan is not the one launching the missiles, but the one that has been stealing the nation's future for the past 40 years. Epic Fury may have been the trigger, but the gunpowder had already been spread across every street in Tehran. The map of the Middle East as we know it is being redrawn. The question is no longer whether the regime will fall, but who will take control of the ruins. Do you believe a democratic transition is possible in Iran after this collapse, or are we about to witness even greater chaos? Share your analysis in the comments. The world is watching.